In the heart of a dense, ancient forest, where towering trees whispered secrets to the wind, a young man ran, his breath ragged, tears streaming down his face. He collapsed at the feet of a sage known for his wisdom and serenity. The sage, radiating calm like the morning sun, gently placed a hand on the young man's trembling shoulder. "What troubles you, my child?" he asked softly. With a voice thick with sorrow, the young man choked out, "I've lost everything. Thieves ambushed me in the forest. They took all I had, me money, my belongings, my way home. My life is ruined. How can this possibly be fair?" The sage listened patiently, then said with a quiet smile, "Do not worry, my son. Whatever has happened, happened for a good reason." The young man's eyes widened in disbelief. Anger sparked in his voice. "How can you say that? I've lost everything I worked for. This is the worst day of my life." The sage remained still, unshaken. "Let me tell you a story," he said, his voice deep and gentle. "Long ago, in a small riverside village, lived a poor farmer with his wife and only son. They had little a modest home and just enough grain to last the season. But one year, disaster struck. Torrential rains brought a flood so fierce that it destroyed the village, washing away homes, animals, and all their food. The farmer, broken and hopeless, sat on the wet earth, head in hands, and wept. "We've lost everything," he cried. "This is the end." But his young son, eyes full of unshaken faith, whispered, "Father, maybe this happened for a good reason." The farmer's grief flared into rage. "How dare you say that? There is no reason for this pain." In his anguish, he did the unthinkable, pushed his son out of their broken home. "Leave. You're no longer my son." Heartbroken, the boy disappeared into the storm. That night, regret settled into the farmer's bones, but it was too late. The next day, a rescue boat arrived, helping the villagers find shelter. The farmer's wife smiled through her sadness, saying, "Our son was right. Help did come." But the farmer was not ready to see blessings in the ruin. "What help is this? We've lost everything. What good could come from this pain?" Time passed. Hunger and despair lingered. One day, the farmer's wife urged him, "Go to the city. Perhaps you'll find work. We can start again." So, the farmer walked miles and miles seeking hope. Most doors were shut to him. Just as he was ready to give up, a kind merchant noticed his honesty and offered him a job. Over the years, the farmer worked hard, slowly building a new life. One evening, years later, a knock echoed at his door. When he opened it, he froze. Standing before him was a young man with kind eyes and a warm smile. "Father," the young man said, "it's me. Your son." Stunned, the farmer stepped back. "Is it really you?" "Yes. When you sent me away, I went to the city. I struggled at first, but eventually I found work. I learned the ways of business, saved money, and started my own company. And now, I've come to take you and mother home. I've bought a house for all of us." Tears flowed freely down the farmer's face. He embraced his son tightly. "You were right. Everything truly does happen for a reason." Back in the forest, the sage looked at the young man before him. "Do you understand now, my child? Sometimes, life takes away what we think we need, only to make space for something greater." The young man was silent, thoughtful, but still uncertain. "But I've lost everything," he said quietly. "How can this be good?" The sage reached into his robe and pulled out a small, shiny stone. "Take this," he said. "It's something I found in the forest. It might help you." The young man examined the stone closely. His eyes widened. It was a philosopher's stone, known to be of immense value. He looked up in disbelief. "If you hadn't lost your belongings," the sage said, you would not have met me. And I would not have given you this. The young man stood slowly, the weight of his sorrow now lifted. With the stone in hand, he left the forest not with despair, but with renewed hope and a deeper understanding. Life is often unpredictable, filled with trials that seem cruel and meaningless. But hidden within these struggles are unseen threads weaving a larger, kinder design. What feels like loss today may be the foundation of tomorrow's success. Like the farmer who found prosperity after pain, or the son who rose from rejection to triumph, or the traveler who found value through misfortune, we too can find light in our darkest moments. So the next time you face hardship, remember, life isn't punishing you, it might just be guiding you towards something better.